Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Derrick and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'll be sharing with you more about something that's a little bit more happening. It's a little bit late because it was announced during PM Lee's 2023 National Day Rally speech. So what is this video about? I'll be sharing with you more about the different HDB classifications, the new ones, because we are moving away from mature versus non-mature estates and we'll be going into the new framework of standard, plus, and prime. Prime, not for Optimus Prime, but prime for prime location. Alright, so this change of framework will be implemented on the second half of 2024. So that means this will only affect the BTOs that are launched from second half of 2024 onwards. So if you have already purchased your BTO up to the first half of 2024, you do not have to worry about it. Right, so moving on into what are the different classifications and what this could mean for you. So based on the three different classifications, I'll be going through the standard one because it's the most standard one and it's the easiest one to go through. So standard flats are actually just the same as what we are very familiar with as normal BTOs that we all know about. So basically they come with the standard subsidies as well as the standard restrictions that apply to all BTO flats. You have your 5-year MOP, minimum occupancy period, and with the rental of the whole unit out only after your MOP has been fulfilled, and this is subjected to HDB's approval. So most of the BTO flats built by HDB will fall under this scheme, and also buyers of these resale flats in the future would not be subjected to any form of income ceiling as long as they can meet the HDB's eligibility criteria. Alright, then next will be the HDB Plus flats. So Plus flats are the new category of flats and they are in the sort of a better location within each region across the whole of Singapore. So this means we can expect such flats to be launched across areas and estates such as Ang Mo Kio, Bishan, Toa Payoh, Clementi, Bedok, Queenstown, Commonwealth, Kallang Whampoa. Of course, this list is not exhaustive. HDB can come up with anything that they want actually, so if they decide a place is considered plus flat, it is a plus flat. So the location of these flats would generally be more superior than the others, more better. For example, it could be nearer to an MRT station, it could be nearer to a shopping mall, it could be nearer to a town center. So this is with comparison against the standard flats that are within the same estate. So since these flats are located in a better location with more amenities, more facilities, logically speaking, they are going to cost more. But that being said, HDB will want to keep things more affordable for Singaporeans who wants to buy into such units. So instead of changing the price, they change the regulations that are attached to such units. So plus flats will have tighter conditions as compared to the standard flat. So this includes a 10-year MOP. No whole unit flats can be rented out after MOP. So resale buyers of the plus flat units would have to meet the BTO income ceiling, which is currently at $14,000 per month. Another point to note is that only Singaporeans are eligible to purchase these plus flat unit post MOP, and also there will be a 30-month wait out period for private homeowners who are choosing to change from their private estates into a HDB unit. And also there will be a subsidy recovery upon the sale of your unit for the first time owners, and this percentage will be lower than that of the prime unit, which means you have to pay back the government a certain percentage of your sale price. Alright, and the final category is the prime flat units, and this is not something new to all of us because it has been around since 2022. So this is the prime location public housing model, and the key difference between the prime versus the plus is that these prime flats will be in the most prime and central location across Singapore. This can include your Greater Southern Waterfront, CBD area, town area, closer to city centre, your Queenstown, Bukit Merah, Kallang Whampoa, which means actually your Kallang Whampoa, Queenstown and Commonwealth, Bukit Merah area will be a mix of your plus as well as your prime unit. I believe with that trajectory, you won't be seeing much standard flats being launched within those areas anymore. If the government does not give subsidies for these prime units, then this will be the ones that will cost a lot more as compared to the plus as well as the standard flat. So that being said, subsidies will be given. However, the subsidy recovery will also be the highest for the prime units. And as usual, there will be restrictions imposed onto these units for the buyers who intend to sell their units after MOP. So some of them would be the 10-year MOP period, no renting out of your whole unit after your MOP. So resale buyers have to meet the prevailing income ceiling, which is $14,000, and also similarly only Singaporeans are eligible to buy this on the resale market, and there will be a 30-month wait out period for private homeowners. Yes, there will be a higher subsidy recovery upon the sale of the unit. So do take note if you are looking to purchase a PLH unit and then you intend to sell after your MOP has been fulfilled. Just bear this in mind. So let's say you do not fall under this category, because I would say that this video will be meant for people who are looking at these 3 categories from second half of 2024 onwards. What if you are an existing HDB homeowner and how this could potentially affect you? If you currently own a unit that is very close to the MRT station, or if you are in the city area, congratulations to you, because your unit will be so much demand, because it will look so attractive to purchase your resale unit as compared to buying some of the prime M plus BTO due to their tighter restrictions as compared to your unit. Even though it might be on the resale market, it could potentially be at similar prices. So essentially, if you have purchased a BTO that is closer to the MRT stations, amenities and facilities, you'll be benefiting from this implementation, because your unit do not fall under those categories. You do not have those restrictions, so your unit will be of a higher demand, and also it will be more attractive to people who are looking to purchase a house, and those people who would be considering between the BTOs as well as the resale market. And if you do not know already, currently right now the resale market in some areas are actually cheaper than the BTOs that is upcoming for launch. So why is that so? Is because for resale buyers, they tend to enjoy heavier subsidies on their purchase. So all in all, if you have considerations about whether or not you should sell your house, or you should buy a BTO, or should you buy a resale flat, what should you do in the current market, there is a lot of things and information that you can consume out there. This would not be the only video that you'll be watching. I believe you'll be watching some other YouTubers that are posting content about the BTOs and HDB housing market, property, everything in Singapore. But one point to note for you is that with all this information coming in, there will be an information overload. So you need to also self-filter out what are the information that you should take in and absorb. One tip of advice is, if you find yourself very confused about all these things, if you do not know what you should be doing, whether or not you should be buying a BTO, or you should be buying a resale flat, or you should not buy, you should rent, should you move out of Singapore, I don't know what are your options. What you should do is you should seek the advice of a professional. It doesn't have to be myself, it can be any other agents that you trust out there that can give you a real solid and data backed with analysis, and also looking through the URA master plan, everything. Someone who you trust and can give you value and provide you with the right direction in terms of your property journey in Singapore. Buying a property is not something simple, it's not cheap, it's probably going to be the heaviest and biggest purchase in most of our lifetimes, right? Unless you were to buy an airplane or something. But other than that, you probably would be spending a bulk of your income going into financing for the unit itself. So this is a major decision. It is not a laughing matter. So you really need to find someone that you trust that can really provide you with the insight. And why I would say consider reaching out to an agent is because we are in the market day in, day out. We would have the greatest visibility on what's going on the ground, as well as what's happening in the upcoming years ahead. So we would definitely be able to provide you with additional insights that you might not be able to see from just watching these videos itself. And truth to be told, just purely from this video itself, you wouldn't have a very full picture in terms of what are some problems that you will actually face when you want to sell your HDB after MOP. There's a lot of people who face a lot of challenges when they want to sell their HDB after their MOP period, and they find that, hey, why is my cash out not as high as I expect it to be? So that being said, I would really advise you to reach out to someone that you can trust, to just have a conversation, just find out more about our current position. And one final tip for you is, do not delay your property ownership journey, please. You know that the property prices are always on the rise. People keep saying that it's gonna fall, then next year it rise again, and then they say it's gonna fall, and then next year it rise again. It is always on an uptrend, and there's a lot of scientific and data-backed reasons for this statement, purely backed. You can look at the URA stats, you can look at HDB stats, that the prices in Singapore is always going to be on an uptrend. So that being said, that means if you do not purchase this year, you purchase next year, it's going to be a higher price. You purchase in the following year, it's going to be an even higher price. You do not want to wait until you are priced out. So just this final tip that you can take away with is, do not delay your journey in owning a property in Singapore. So kickstart that as soon as you can. Even if you face challenges and all that, do not delay the process. I wish you all the best in your property ownership journey, and I hope that this video has helped you have a better understanding about the different upcoming categories that HDB will be rolling out in second half of 2024. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, it supports a lot. Thank you, and wishing you all the best in life.